Alrighty, hey guys, this is JC Bowers. Today we are at Wabash. It is very humid, so if you see water droplets on my face, it's just my sweat and my soul. But today I'm going to be talking to you about fertilizers that we can use coming into the summer. Now, a little bit of backstory, y'all. We have to understand that during the summer, if we're stressed out, you know our plants are stressed out. We're coming into a very hot time of year where we get these weird tsunami waterfalls and then it just stops for 2 weeks. And what I'm basically saying is the most important thing we can do is build our soil and mulch in the summer. These are like the most important things. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about some fertilizers. MicroLife, love them and love their products. Something that we use during the summer at our greenhouse and on some of our plants is the Liquid AF Advanced formula, okay, not anything else, and the Soil and Plant Energy. The reason that these are so great is because the Liquid AF, basically it helps to remove black spot on roses, things like that. If we do see a little bit of foliage that is unattractive, it's best to remove it. And we also like to use the Liquid AF on lawns as well because it's a preventative for brown patch. It helps with fungicides, things of that nature. The Soil and Plant Energy is awesome because it contains molasses and humic acid. Now, insects have a hard time digesting molasses. That's why we in the garden industry are such big fans of molasses because it does so many things. It increases the Brix level. If the Brix levels increase and the overall health is increased, it does quite a few things. So I'm just going to show you really quickly. It's these two products combined, right? They are absolutely wonderful. And just one more thing I want to keep in mind is that even if it's not these products, whether it's this or the worm elixir or seaweed, I want you to keep in mind that because it's the summer, we don't want anything with high NPKs. Really, we don't want anything, I'm being real, over 5 on those numbers for NPKs, because the reason is when we try to shoot out a bunch of new growth during a time when our plants are already trying to adapt to a harsher climate, we stress them out. It's like a person, right? If somebody asks me to do a bunch of stuff coming into a season that I'm already have stuff and I'm stressed out, this extra stuff is probably going to throw me over the top and I might end up in an insane asylum. I don't know. All I do know is that it's not a good thing. I even had somebody come in a few weeks ago and he was like, JC, I made a mistake. I watched something on YouTube and I was like, my good man, what did you do? And he said that he used a fertilizer that was 13, 13, 13 on his sycamore tree. And then he showed me pictures and it had disease like nobody's business, pests everywhere because it got stressed out. And that therefore it became vulnerable. And we know that in nature, the vulnerable, the weak is the targeted one in everything, right? The injured, all of that stuff. It's the same thing in plants, man. Survival of the fittest. So we got to get our plants fit. So anyway, come on by, get your stuff and plant on.